I'm happy for you to start recording. So I'm listening. I want to know where you are, guys.
So you gave us a few tasks, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So that's why I'm asking. Where are they?
Kemi, would you share your screen, please?
Yeah, I'm just getting it out. I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know if you can see anything yet.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can.
So, so this is for Team Flex, because what we did was myself, Chioma, and Loretta, after they briefed me on the last call, we came together to work on the 3 pieces of homework that I believe you've set. On a Raci matrix, on a power interest grid, and updating the organogram view so that we can show where we fit in. So this is our joint piece of work, and I guess either of us can take questions. But if I show you first, this is our attempt as a Raci matrix. What we did was we based it on tasks that we would need to progress in order to get a product backlog item progressed from the beginning all the way to the building out the shippable product at the end. With the Raci, we thought if we broke it down to the level of individual tasks, it makes it easier to really be clear on who's responsible for what within the project teams for each task, seeing that in building that product, the responsibility moves depending on what needs to be done. So we created this chart using an example task that is on our current sprint, which is to develop a login. And we broke it down to the individual tasks from beginning to end and tried to map out, well, who's responsible for what from the beginning. For example, when it comes to eliciting the requirements, it usually starts with the BA. By the time we're talking about it getting committed or estimating it for sprints, the responsibility for ensuring that gets done moves to the SMs. And then it just moves that way. When it's being built, it's the developers who are responsible, meaning who's accountable, who's consulted, and who's informed would vary by task. So we thought it would be a good idea to break it down at this level and to show you for some feedback. One question we did have, or we didn't really have clarity on, is does the accountability shift from the ADM at all for anything? Because that bit we weren't completely clear on. That's where you see that it all says A for accountable under ADM.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when it shifts, all right?
Okay.
Good question. And I see what you wrote for your PO. Your PO is the product owner.
Product owner, yes.
Now, I taught you last Thursday.
Okay.
I said to you that in a typical Scrum team, we don't have a business analyst.
Yes.
In a typical Scrum team, you have business analysts because this is a training ground for you all.
Yes.
In some organization, you also have a business analyst. Now, when you now talk of eliciting requirement for feature, and you said your product owner should be consulted, what does that mean?
So
what you are saying is your product owner is not directly involved with carrying out the task.
Well, we wrote it out, but the BA elicits the requirements, but they have to consult the product owner because that's where they're going to get the information from.
But it's wrong to say that the person is not directly involved.
Okay.
I taught you in a real world setting, your product owner is responsible for the feature.
So they're responsible for the feature. Does that include eliciting the requirements? Because I know, because sometimes we consulted our subject matter experts.
They are the owner. The your product owner is actually the owner of the product.
Yes.
So
Okay.
he owns the feature itself.
Yeah. Okay.
The epic does not belong to the product owner. Epic comes from the enterprise,
Yes.
from the sponsor, but the product owner is the one that owns the feature. To tell you that these are the features, and he's the one that is supposed to actually write the feature out for you guys.
Okay.
The business analyst is meant to do dissection on user stories. When
Okay.
the feature is given, for example, if I say, uh, just give me any example. Let's say I want to do a wedding, all right? There are many features in organizing a wedding. Give me one. There are many features, right?
Book the
What
whole.
are the various features that you could have?
Reception.
Oh, you want to do reception, you want to do the church wedding,
Yes.
you want the garment for the groom, for the bride, you want the suit for the groom and the groomsman, you want the food, right?
Yes.
Those are various features. Each of those features are specially owned by the product owner that knows about those areas. The business analyst then helps the product. For example, we take food, for example. Food is a feature, right? Within food, you could have so many splits within food, isn't it?
Yes.
You could have jollof rice, you could have fried rice, you could have whatever. You're all Africans here. You could have what pounded yam or whatever it is, right?
Yes.
Now, the business analyst helps to dissect, to talk about the rice that you want, why you want it the way you want it, if it should be pepperish, if it should be fried rice with some mixed vegetable, with some big prawns in it, or you don't want prawns in it, or the reason why you don't want prawns in it, and things like that. Does this make sense?
Yes.
He will do the analysis properly, but the feature goes to the product owner because it's the one to finally give approval. So we can't say that it just needs to be consulted.
Altered. Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yes. Okay.
I want to build a house. In building a house, there are various features. There are different products that can come from building a house. What are the products that can come from building a house? Give me an example, guys.
The products you need to build the house.
I want to build a house. There are
The
various
roof-
products.
The roofing,
The foundation.
Yes. The foundation,
the electrical
the electrical
part,
work.
yeah.
Uh-huh. There are so many things. The plumbing,
The windows. Yeah.
the windows, the doors, the plastering of the building, right?
The lintel,
The lintel,
the
the
roofing,
painting, the roofing, everything that you want to do there. Now, each of those products could have various product owners sitting on them because those are specialists in them, right?
Yes.
So the product owners will be the one to tell you this, the way I want this to be done. In the UK, you will realize that we have specialists. We have people that all they do is demolition, right?
Yes.
We have people that are very good with foundation. That's their specialty. And there are people that all they do is lay the bricks. Or, for example, you don't want the bricklayer to be the one that is going to do the cabling of your house, right?
Yes.
No.
We don't want that.
So your product owner for laying the bricks would be the one to say, these are the ways that I want you to go about doing it. But somebody still need to be like the foreman that will break it down into smaller chunks that will make sense to everybody. That person that breaks it down into smaller chunks for you is the business analyst. But the person that owns the feature itself is the product owner.
Okay. Okay. I see what you mean now.
So writing user stories is the work that the business analysts need to do, but acceptance criteria that needs to be there, product owner needs to be involved. Why? Why does your product owner need to be involved?
Because they're the ones that they will set the basis of what will confirm that what has been done is what they wanted. And that's
Yes.
what the acceptance criteria will show.
Yes, he owns the product. He's
He
the
owns
one
the
that has the final say. Business analyst doesn't have the final say over the product.
Yes.
The product owner is the one that will give approval. And this is where we talk about your definition of done.
Yeah.
Does this make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Who does prioritization? You said your product owner should just be consulted to prioritize. Your business analyst has no power to prioritize. Product owner is the one that has the power to prioritize what item to be produced. Is this clear, guys?
Yes, it makes sense. And I combined that wrong, but I see why it needs to be separated. It's not separate. Okay.
So when you look through it all, I don't want this to take the whole of the night, but am I helping you guys to understand what I'm asking for?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
The ADM is not the one accountable for you doing your product backlog. No.
Okay.
It's only there to help you, to guide you in ensuring that whatever it is that you do is in line. Is not the one that is accountable for it.
Okay.
In some cases, if the user story is not written, it's not his responsibility to write user story for you. Who do you hold responsible for user story? Is it the ADM?
No.
Who do you hold responsible?
For writing the user stories,
The business analyst.
The BA.
The BA, but ultimately, in a normal Scrum setting, it is the product owner.
Product owner.
So the BA is only supporting the product owner. BA is a proxy in a Scrum. That's why I took time to explain to you that in Scrum, we don't have business analysts.
Yes, I think I understand that bit. I think this grid was written more in terms of how we are operating in the internship for the team, so that we could map the actual activities. But I see your point about, I understand what you mean by the BAs don't sit within the Scrum teams and the design. They just come in as a proxy. But
So you get it now?
Yes,
so who is Doris? Sorry, who is Doris?
It's she.
Pardon? Who is Doris?
She.
I think what?
It's Chi.
Oh, it's Chi.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Lorita, I have you logged in twice, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Is that you? Okay.
Yes,
No, I
please.
just want to be sure. I just want to be sure. All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's go on. All right.
Okay.
So you understand what I'm saying now, guys? Does it make? Am I helping you?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So when you look through all of these, it should help us to be able to know what. So when you talk of, now, right here, you talk of ensuring bugs are followed up. Who is responsible? You said Scrum Master. Ensuring bugs are followed up, raise bugs where applicable. What did you put there? Who is responsible?
The QA.
Okay, QA.
Yeah.
So ensuring bugs are followed up, you put
the Scrum Master.
The Scrum Master, then you now put the BA as consulted.
No, the BA is informed.
So, but you put the BA as consulted.
For ensure bugs are followed up, I put the BA as informed. I put the developer.
No. Sorry, QA. I meant QA.
Okay, let me follow that line. Oh, ensure the bugs are followed up.
You put the QA as consulted. I'm just picking stuff in random. I'm not
Yes.
following it one by one.
No,
all right?
that's fine. So for the QA being consulted, they've raised the bugs. They're waiting for it to be resolved, obviously. The Scrum Master is following up to make sure that they are fixed so that the QA can progress with their retesting.
The QA also need to follow up.
The QA also needs to follow up. Okay.
The Scrum Master is just there to guide, to be sure that they are not slipping. It is the primary responsibility of the QA to see that the bugs, the Scrum Master is there for the process, to ensure that, yes, guys, are we working in good time? All right. Are we doing? But the QA can't sit down. Now, I need to explain this to you. In a proper Scrum setting, in a proper Agile setting, there is no hands off.
Okay.
We don't practice hands off. What do I mean by that? You don't say, I've done my bit, that's it. You go on. No. That's not a good Agile team.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
A good Agile team does not practice hands off. It's only in waterfall that people practice hands off. So in some good Agile team, Scrum team, you'll see the developers and the testers working hand in hand. Does that make sense? As a developer has developed, the tester goes, tested it. If anything, takes it to the developer. After copying it, many times you'll see what the tester will be the one to do whatever he needs to do, make a copy of it, take a picture, share it with the developer. Sometimes go to the developer, I tried this, and the developer, oh, okay, did you try like this? And you'll see them working together. No hands off.
No hands off.
I'm sure you would have read things like that in Agile, that in Agile, we don't do hands off.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
So when you have some of these things, UAT, look at, I'm just, like I said, I'm just picking things in random. So who conducts your UAT?
I'm a stranger.
It's the BAs in our team.
The BA? No. Your BA is not the one to conduct your UAT.
So
What
the
are you
product
saying?
owner has asked the BA to do the comparison to the acceptance criteria. And then they will
guys, you need to revisit that. When we talk of users, we're talking of the people using the product. UAT is user acceptance testing.
Yes.
The people using the product are the ones to lay their hands on the product and use it, to test it. In a typical setting, it's not the BA. What does BA know that he wants to test?
So in a typical setting, even if the BA or the PO were to compare it to the acceptance criteria, would it be going down the route of like a focus group of users and things like that?
The people using the products, especially within the organization.
Within the organization.
They are the ones, and you need to have a set of them. You need to have some numbers of them.
Okay.
because they are the ones that eventually will be able to guide you to say, okay, what the team, because BA is still part of your team, the product owner is still part of your team. Those people using it are the ones that have daily experience with the product.
Okay.
They are the ones to guide you. So none of this is relevant to what we've said. Can you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, let's leave this one because I don't want this to take the whole of the day.
Okay.
What's the next one you've got?
So we also worked on
So
a
you need to make sure you work on that. Fix it. Okay.
on the Raci, yes.
Think out of the box with it and fix it. Next one.
So we worked on a power interest grid. Do you want me to explain, Chioma or Loretta, or do you want to pitch in? I'm happy to explain it. Okay, let me carry on. So we worked on a power interest grid. Again, I think with a lot of this, what I've come to identify is we're doing a lot of it with the thinking of the internship. So you might not see that this might not be written within the lens of thinking outside the box again, but that's something we'll take away. So we've done the power interest grid in terms of the project on our internship, what we're developing, just to try to identify the different stakeholders and where they would map in terms of their influence of power on the project. And we've tried to just represent them across the 2x2 grid as to where they would fall. Put in the sponsor, obviously they have the most power and influence that could impact the project. And we've also identified the product owner. We've identified it would be blue sky departments that would have the least influence, I would say, and interest, because they kind of run the processes in the background for blue sky, not so much the project in itself. And in the keep satisfied, we thought we identified that blue sky developers, obviously they have a lot of influence over the delivery of the project, but maybe not as much interest.
What sort of influence?
Well, when we thought about it, we thought of the influence in terms of they could stop the project in
They can't.
because
they can't.
Yeah, but remember I was saying that they're not our developers at the moment, they're not set up like your typical development team.
Yes, but at the same time, you've got to wear the lenses of a typical world scenario.
Okay.
I'm not looking for your scenarios here. I'm looking for a typical world scenario. Developer works under you. Developers report to you to let you know if they are not doing what they are supposed to do. You can fire them.
Yes.
You can easily fire somebody. That you can fire is not somebody that has so much power over you.
Yes. I agree. That's why I was saying that when we did this, we didn't do it with typical world scenario as a lens. We did it in terms of our internship project.
So there are people, I need you to think in the context of who are the people that really matter in this case.
Okay.
Who are the people? There are people that can easily fire you. There are people that can lay you off.
Yeah.
And there are people that you can lay off. There are people that all you just need to do is to carry them along, to say, oh, we're doing this.
Yes.
But they haven't really got the power. So in that context, we've got to see it like that. In this way.
Yes.
And that's why last Thursday, I said to you, I was asking you, I said, can this person can your project? Can this person stop the work? Can this person criticize your work to the point that you are not needed anymore? This is to help you as a delivery manager to know how to play the politics, because either you like it or not, there's heavy politics in project management.
Yes.
Without you having a good understanding of these, you'll be satisfying the wrong people. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you satisfy the right person. You have the person you report to. Your manager, whoever your line manager, has the power to cover you or to naked you. Your line manager can keep you in the job, fighting for you before everybody. Your sponsor, if your sponsor likes you, then you are in a good book. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Your developer is your developer. You just need to be happy with your developers. You need to make sure that you guys are all together as a team. But if any of them is not delivering as they should deliver, as an ADM, you are the one that will call them aside to say, oh boy, you are not giving me what I need from you. What's happening? I'm going to give you another warning. Are you supposed to be a servant to that person? Are you reporting to such a person?
No,
No.
So we've got to see it in that light.
real world lens, yes.
All right?
Yes, we'll
Blue sky lens is not the real world
have the
setting
real world
lens
lens.
that
Yeah.
you want.
Yes.
You've got to wear the lenses of the real world.
Okay,
Okay?
okay, understood.
Go to the next slide, please.
And this was the redo of the organogram. You said, so this was the view we initially showed you, I think it used to be 2 lessons ago, about the setup of Blue Sky. And you said you wanted us to work out where do we fit in the organization. And we looked at this to say, well, looking at the organogram, we sort of fit here in terms of interns. But then we thought from the feedback you gave the last time as to what we would look at as a proper team in a regular organization is why we drew this picture based on how you described how the layers would be in terms of sitting at program level or a project level in a typical team. We did this, but we also had a question, that's this section. And the question was, as ADMs now, so for example, I use myself as an example. If I joined the organization as an agile delivery manager, not on the program level, because I wouldn't join as an agile delivery lead, where would I fit? Because an agile delivery lead would typically have different scrum masters or squads reporting to them. How would I map into that if I don't join as a lead? I just join as an agile delivery manager. I don't know if I'm making sense or waffling.
Absolutely. You're making absolute sense. And I've taken time to explain this before. It varies from organization to organization. All right?
Yes.
In some organization, if it is government organization, an agile delivery manager will be doing the responsibility of a scrum master.
Scrum master, yes.
And you might be sitting across maybe 2 projects or 3.
Okay.
Normally, we don't recommend more than 2, but in some organization, they will put you on 3. The reason you are called agile delivery manager is because they expect you to be able to do a level of budgeting.
Yes.
A level of planning for the resources. Now, in some of those settings, if they have scrum masters, they would have them as junior scrum masters.
Okay.
Because they will see those ones as people that, well, they are new and they just need support from you. They would have their own product that they are working on, but it's just that they might want you to just be an example to them or be guiding them.
To oversee, okay.
Now, in some organization, they might not use the word agile delivery lead. They will just use delivery manager.
Right, okay.
On the program level, and other scrum masters would report to them. I've seen delivery manager that the product owner reports to, the scrum master reports, the analyst reports to him.
Okay.
So it varies.
Very-
But in a typical setting like now, you haven't got an agile delivery lead
No,
at Blue Sky, have you? No.
no, no.
So because you haven't got an agile delivery lead, agile delivery managers, you are the ones acting in that position.
That position. Okay.
So you are the one on your team, on your project right now. You should be the one that will be doing the planning. You should be the one that will be able to look into the budget, to be able to ask how much, what's the budget for this project? And you should be able to say, this is where we are. You should be able to come to me to give me reports, to let me know how well your projects are doing or how badly they are doing.
You're doing. Okay.
So is that why Deji asked us to look at budget and
Of
Yeah.
course, it's part of your responsibility.
Yes.
It's a major thing. You need to ask him to say, you need to ask Deji, what's the budget for this project? What's the timeline? You guys only have 3 months. Out of the 3 months, I'm not sure if you haven't spent 3 weeks now, right? You've spent 3 weeks or 4 weeks, have you?
yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks now.
So
Yeah.
you've got to really buckle up with it
Mm.
and make sure that you know, oh, we only have 2 months left. You need to have your budget. You need to be able to plan.
Mm. Okay.
All right. It's not, it's not a roly-poly thing, but you've got to just work together as a team and see how you quickly learn as much as you can gather.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes. Choma Lorita, does that answer that question on the Agile Delivery Manager one? Because I think that's
Yeah,
what
it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah.
Because I guess the question was really on the project level and then program
Mm,
level.
that's what
So yeah.
it was. But it makes sense now, Femi. Thank you. Those were
You're
the
welcome.
those were the 3 pieces of assignment that we did. I'll stop sharing now.
Just quickly,
Okay.
sorry, Kemi. Before Femi, I just had a quick question I just remembered. Someone made a comment about us all being on the same level. So ADM, Scrum Masters, are all on the same level in terms of hierarchy. Is that the case, or again, does it vary from organization to organization?
Now, ADM, normally an ADM is higher than a Scrum Master. An Agile Delivery Manager is higher. A Scrum Master is meant to be under the Agile Delivery Manager. And that's why we don't use project manager. A delivery manager represents project manager. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But we call you delivery manager because we're working in Agile. We're not working in waterfall. So in a typical waterfall, project manager will do planning. But they do command and control. That's not what we do in Agile Delivery Management. We do impediment removing. Does that make sense? It has to do with mindset. So in your team right now, as an Agile Delivery Manager, you are above the Scrum Master. Because Scrum Masters don't do budget planning. They don't do budgeting. All they do is just to talk about the user story. They work just on the product phase only. Do I make sense to you?
Yes.
Scrum Master only covers the product development phase, where they follow the ceremonies. Plan every day. After the planning, you do your daily stand-up. The Scrum Master runs all of those ceremonies. Now, if you have an agile delivery lead that oversees other agile delivery managers, in that organization, you necessarily don't need Scrum Masters. And that's why I said in such organizations, Scrum Masters will function as junior Scrum Masters. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, but in this organization, because you haven't gotten an agile delivery lead, you guys are the ones working as agile delivery managers. You are the one at the top on your team, helping the team to be able to follow what they are supposed to follow, because you are the one planning the budget, you are the one managing the resources, you are the one also guiding and supporting the Scrum Masters. So you are acting as the coaches as well for Scrum Masters. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
All right. Any other question? Any other question? Can I go to the other team? What's the second team? What have you guys done? Kemi's team has worked. So guys, what have you done? The other team. Kemi and Chioma, you are in the same team, right?
Yes, myself. So this is Kemi, Choma, and Lorita. We're in the same team.
Isaac, what has your team done? Olu, Inka, what have you guys done?
Olu, please can you share your screen and present what we've done, please? Thank you.
We haven't got time. You guys came late already. Please hurry up. I've got to pick my child up. Once it's 10 o'clock, I need to stop. So hurry up.
Sorry, Isaac, I don't have the link to Miro.
It's on Azure DevOps. You can share from there, please. I'm not on my laptop.
Okay. While you guys are getting yourself ready, because of time, I haven't got forever for this.
Sorry, sorry about that. I'm just getting to my Azure DevOps, please. Just 1 second.
Okay. Let me just quickly touch this with you while you're working on that. The last meeting, we've spoken some of the work well done to you guys for the work that you've produced. We've talked about the importance of the program office and how they support, and that's how we got into the organizational setting, knowing who is who within your organization. Is that correct? Can everybody respond to me? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yes,
That's correct, Femi, yeah.
Then we spoke about the tool, the PMO toolkit. You remember we spoke about the approach, we spoke about the control, and we spoke about the reporting. And in the approach, we're still in the approach now. That's what got us into the governance. That's what got us into the methodology. And then we're talking about the governance. And I said you need to come up with the governance. Did you guys work on your governance as well? Did you?
No, unfortunately, we didn't work on our governance.
So I didn't quite, to be honest, I didn't quite understand the work on the governance aspect. So that was a question for me because I didn't quite get what it was we were going to produce.
Okay.
I had
Did
that
you listen?
question.
Did you listen to the video, Kemi? Did you watch the video?
I did. It's recorded from when you started the training with your slides, but I couldn't quite pinpoint what exactly was to be
Okay.
done.
What I ask is this: when we talk of governance, governance is what governs the project. How
Yeah.
you guys, what is it that who is who within the project? What are the expectations? For example, in governance, you're going to find, okay, this is the product owner. These are the emails. This is the contact details for this person. This is our portfolio manager. This is the person that approves this. This is the person that signs this. You find most of those things within your governance.
Oh, so almost like I don't want to use the word pack, but almost like your governance structure. You wanted us
Exactly.
to work on that.
It's important that you have that, right?
Okay.
And that's why I said I want to see it on your Azure DevOps page. Do you remember I said that, guys, that I want all of you to create Azure DevOps page for your team? Didn't I say that, guys? They are not responding to me now. Now you make
Yes,
me
you
look
said
as though
so.
I didn't talk.
Yes, yes.
Said so.
Yes, you did.
So, but none of you have done it. Have you guys done it?
I think Team Alpha is sharing their screen from the Azure DevOps.
Yeah,
I'm
but that's
sure
on the
the Azure
matrix.
DevOps.
That's just on the matrix.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Let me see what you guys have got. That's fine. So let's see what you've got. What have you got?
Yes, so we actually put Deji as someone with the power, high power interests. And so we decided to keep him as someone to keep satisfied in the project. And
Oh, yeah?
yes. And so we also thought that the development team should fall into the managed closely power grid. And this is because they have the high power and also high interest in the project. And so we also put the tutors, the bodies, and the mentors into the informed grade.
Okay. I hope you know that. I hope you guys know that there are people that will fall into two categories, right? The fact that you have a person in one category doesn't mean that person cannot be in another category. I hope you know that.
That was the question I was going to ask after this because we weren't sure if.
Yeah. So some of these things, I think it's you understanding who is who, just as I gave to your colleagues, to your classmates or course-mates as well. You are managing your development team and your BA closely. In what context?
So.
Is it in the context of the fact that they can sack you, or in what context?
Not that they can sack us, but not that they can sack me or it's because if say for example any of the development team decide not to carry out their own task, this may actually affect the whole delivery of the project.
So where does monitoring, when you monitor, where does it come? What's your role over them?
Where are we? Yeah, so it's to ensure that, you know, we liaise with them to make sure that they're carrying out the task within
Okay.
the time.
Don't forget that what you're doing here is power grid.
Correct.
We're not talking of roles and responsibilities. We're talking of the power grid. There are two different things. When you talk of matrix, Isaac, you can hear me, right? Isaac, you should have knowledge of this. Matrix and roles and responsibilities, are they the same? Isaac?
Well, it's
Have you
based on
got
the power or influence in the project. It's not based. It's not
fantastic?
necessarily the roles or yeah.
Fantastic. So when you see what we're looking at is their power and influence. Why? So that we can play the politics rightly. So you can know who has the power to stop your project. Who is it that you must make happy? Who do you need to write reports to? Do you need to be reporting to your business analyst what you are doing as an ADM? Do you need to be reporting to your QA what you are doing to make your QA happy? To say, Madam QA, I did this yesterday, and look at my report. Are you supposed to do that?
No.
So we need to look at the sensitivity of the politics that is in project management. That's why we do some of these things. This is not the same as the other one. You know, there's the other one that we call Raci, where you talk of who is responsible, who is accountable, who should be consulted, and who needs to be informed, right?
Correct.
So there are two different things, but I think you've mixed it up here. All right?
Okay.
But well done. Well done. All right? Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
What else do you have? Is that all?
No, we have let's go to the matrix first, Raci matrix.
Okay. So rather than sitting on this, you heard the feedback that I gave to the other team, right?
Yes.
So, and what's this color coding? What does it signify? This your color coding is thick, informed, consulted, accountable, responsible. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take your feedback on board and then we're going to work on it.
Okay.
As well.
Well done. This is thick. All right. The color.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Any other thing?
And then this is the organo chart. A project. I don't know if you can see, Lily, shall I move?
No, I'm struggling to see this.
Okay, just one moment. Is it okay?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. So we have AJ at the top here, whilst we have Olawumi, the admin, just sitting below Deji. We have the ADM under the admin reporting.
You need to look into this properly, okay?
Okay.
This is not properly done. Where is Pat in this? Where is Lady Pat in this? Where is she?
Okay, so this is for our project.
So your Scrum Master and developers are on the same level, right? It's not done like that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Just look through what we've done before and let's see, okay? All right?
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Well done. All right. So, well done, guys. I know my time is, gosh, my time is up. But you see, when we're leading a team, tonight, I would want to, it's important for you to learn that as an ADM, who do you manage? What do you manage? As an ADM, what do you do? What's your job? Talk to me, guys.
I think the job of an ADM is to oversee every activities going in the department concerning agile delivery.
Okay, so which means you manage people,
Yeah,
you manage finance, you manage process, right?
right.
Yes.
All right. So in managing people, there is what we call the team dynamics. You need to know that when you are leading a team goes through various process. Do you all know about when we talk of Bruce Stockman model? There's a model where you have team development phases.
Is that the
You've all,
sorry, is that storming norming or is that
exactly where you have the storming, where you have the norming, when you have the forming, you have the performing. You all know that, right?
Yes, yes.
Pardon?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Somebody said she doesn't. Okay. So now it depends. It could go, some will take it from the bottom to the top. Some will take it from the top to the bottom. But whichever way it is, it's just good for, let me just quickly show you something. All right. Sorry, guys. I know my time is up, but let's, I'm just, sorry, I'm not able to share. Can you stop sharing so I can share?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So can you see this? Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please.
So in
Yes.
this, I'm going to take it from the top to the bottom, okay? Where you have a working group that is learning about each other. Why is this important? Who can tell me? Why is this important? Why is it important?
I think it's important to identify the different stages in the group's development or in the team's development stage.
Why? Yes. You think it's important? Yes, I think it's important too. But why? Why is it important?
So that you can currently identify what stage the group is in at each particular time.
Okay,
Help
well done.
manage things like conflict as well.
Okay, thank you. Well done. That's good. Anybody else?
Well, to improve communication as well as collaboration within the team, and ensuring that everyone is on the same page.
Okay, that's also good. Well done. That's good. Anybody else?
It's important because you want to help the team kind of form or establish relationships, collaborate, just start to build the collaboration and start to understand abilities, and as you help to mature the team, it's
Okay,
all you need to do.
fantastic. All right, that's good. So it's
It
good
helps
that
you
we
to
understand.
identify the needs of the team.
Yes. Now, this is to help you and to help the team. Why is it to help you? Guys, when you join, every team has different dynamics. There are teams that you will join and they will want to give you a hell. And there are teams that you would join and you would gel. And there are teams you would join and you will see chaos in the midst of them. And everybody is looking up to you to be the one to bring solution. Without you identifying where those teams are, as an ADM, you wouldn't know how to help them. That's why we understand the fact that when you just put a team together, what's happening? That team, you might find lots of chaos in a team that is just coming together because they don't understand themselves yet. They're just learning about each other. They don't even know that that's why they are behaving the way they are behaving. But you will see antagonism. Somebody will say something, another person might say, no, 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 no. No, I don't think we should do it like that. And you may find loads of arguments. Why? Because they are just learning about each other. And some people would want to push their boundaries to know if you as a leader will know how to stop them to say, no, 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 that's not allowed here. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
So from their learning, that's when they will get to that storming level where you will find challenging each other would be coming in to say, no, no, you can do that. Ah, no, you can't do it like that. And this one will want to prove, why not? Why can't we do it like that? And it's your responsibility as an ADM to see that you manage that effectively by bringing activities that would ginger them and that would challenge their mentality, their ways of thinking. You've seen that these developers seem to be more experienced, better experienced than this one. If you don't manage them very well, that person will start to oppress the other one. But when you know that this is a pseudo team and this is the level that they're on the storming level, it would help you to be able to say, you know what, let me start to plan activities that can bring them closer, that will make them, this is part of the skills you need to learn as an ADM. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does.
And it's after they've passed that level that you will now see the things being normalized, but they will now begin to celebrate their differences, identifying the fact that, you know what, this guy is good with Kafka. I think I'm better with Storm. Oh, this guy is good with Cassandra. I think I'm better with this. And you see somebody that would say, oh, I have experience of C#, but we don't need C# for this. We only need Python. Okay, well, this guy is good with Python. Okay, I can support. And you see them coming together, and that's where you start to bring activities. There are many activities that will bring in as ADMs. Maybe you go out together, organize get-together. Maybe you organize what we call the fryer. Maybe you organize drinks out. Maybe things that will bond the team together. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So in the team that you currently are now, I'm not sure if you know everybody in your team. You are still at the stage where you need to learn about them, learn the dynamics, know how to be able to get your scrum masters to work with you, get your business analyst, your product owner, get them to learn how to be able to work together, to bond together as a team. Rather than looking at it as, oh, that's an ADM, that's not my, you know what, I'm your ADM. You are just a scrum master. No, 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 no. There's nothing like that. That's why this is important. Am I communicating to you guys?
Yes.
So it's once you've passed this level that you will see the team performing well. And the team now gels together because you would get to know who's, I know a guy in my team. It doesn't, every time, is either you see him wear a black t-shirt or you see him wear a gray t-shirt. It doesn't wear, he's a developer. He doesn't believe in dressing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not, and one day when I pointed that out to him, it was like, oh my God, you are the first person that I would say has studied to know me. And he said, but do you know that my younger brother is opposite of me, direct opposite of me? His younger brother dresses so well every time. Does that make sense?
It does.
So the bonding within the team needs to come, and you need to start to form that. You need to start to create things in that context. So my time is gone tonight. Guys, I need you all to come early on Thursday and make sure you correct the work that I've asked you to do. The governance, the structure that I said you should put on your Azure DevOps as well. I need you to do it. When you've corrected the work that you've done, I need it to be sent to me. I need a copy of your work. Send it, maybe you send it via Telegram or maybe you email it to me, but I need to see the work you've done. All right, guys?
Femi, are you on the Telegram as well?
Yes, I am on Telegram.
Okay.
On
So-
Telegram, you'll find me as FM. All right?
Can we, so for example, the way we did it today as a team, myself, Choma, Lorita, and the other guys as Alpha, do we just send in one submission?
Yeah.
But
You just send one and you put it as Alpha Team. All right?
Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time, Tommy.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Femi?
All right. Have a good evening, guys. Any question before I go?
No, not at the moment.
No,
Okay. Have a
thank
good
you so
evening.
much, Femi.
Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
evening.
Thanks,
All right,
Femi.
good night, sir. Bye.
Good night.